Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning. I'm Presmo, and today we're back with some more SpellRogue. I am still in my struggling phase and trying to figure out what I'm trying to do. So we are just doing runs for the sake of doing runs at the moment. I got a bit of free time and I thought we'd jump back in and we're going to try a Lapis run this time around. And I've noticed with like certain particular setups, consistency matters a lot more than you think it does. Like a hell of a lot more. Like the ability to get specific die or a range of specific die is so important that it can be hugely detrimental to not be able to have the ability to do it. So we're going to try and do what we can. All of this is absolutely terrible. Like I am just going to reset on that immediately. Thanks, Lapis. You are really helping me out here in the luck that I believe I should have. I mean, you could technically grind XP by doing this. Kind of dumb that you can. Like, you just start a run, you instantly just get, like, so much XP. But yeah, so, like... turn 3, then gaining 4 power is kind of interesting and fine. Then we do that, and I just go... Best, we lose a spell? We should take the 1 extra. Losing a spell means that I don't get to defend, but I do get a spell back, and I get to choose what that spell is, or just sacrifice the spell I get to get 12 HP. I think that's fine. I do like the Encase Azor, so I will sacrifice the Aqua Fortis. Admittedly, I don't get as much defense, but I don't have to worry about that reroll effect that happens at the end of it, so I'm guaranteed at least, like, and if I do the stuff in the right order, I can get 9 block per turn. So, theoretically, which is not bad. It's not bad at all. The thing is, this also gives me an extra die for use on, like, dealing damage. So there is that effect as well, right? I think I just block here so I don't deal with those. Like, yeah, I take a bit, like, 1 damage, but I would have taken that anyway if I just, didn't pay attention, shall we say. Just roll these to get rid of the thing for next turn, and then, yeah. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And then, do you just take this to gain Fury and also allow that to be getting double block from it as well? Could be interesting. Engulf is kind of weird. Like, I like the idea of it, but in practicality, like, do I think it's useful? And Frozen Shield is kind of one of those ones where I'm kind of like, it can be good, it can be not good. Let me take the Pelagus here, though. And go to the left, because we want to take our, a really cool artifact if we ever get the opportunity. So now, guess we'll go with that. Did a 5. We do 6 damage. We're going to do that, and we're going to double that. So now I gain that. That gives me that block, and I deal more damage next turn, which is kind of cool. So we set that up. That doubles itself. That's kind of cool, actually. I like that does that. Put that in there. Roll this to a 6. Cool. We do damage. I like that works like that, actually. That's kind of interesting and cool. Everything's cool. Get the defense. Do that there. 9 damage. 5. Not quite the kill, but... Roll. I like Ice Sphere. It's a pretty good spell, like, as compared to some other ones I end up starting with and stuff that I've been struggling with at the moment. I've kind of noticed how, like, valuable that actually is overall. I hate the reroll lowest thing, because it's just, it kind of is a detriment. We'll take the Chill Core, because it is kind of still good defense. It's just, it's hard to cast without any sort of other form of reductions. Right? Like, the damage, like, the amount of armor you can gain from it is pretty good. We gain more Fury, but I think here we just do this, because this means we get 10 from here, and this can double it, so we can actually kind of, like, get good value. And then, yeah, Typebreaker sounds like a brilliant idea for me. I got enough to go to a shop, so I'm going to tempt myself into a purchase. And see what we can do. I do like Glaciate, though. Front and rear enemy on multi-jet seems really, really good with the Fury gain that we gain from this as well, though. And this. So, yeah, I am kind of uber tempted by both of those. I think multi-jet is kind of my jam, more than anything else. I do like Glaciate, and I think Glaciate is really, really good for, like, defense in general. You kind of would use it first and then let this go at the start of the next turn and then gain that. So if you got like 2 of them stacked. Is it better than my Incase Azor at the moment? Not too sure is the issue. Just because of the Incase Azor double dips into like dice management as well and keeps my economy going, and this guy great. I am not a fan, game. Please stop this silly stuff. Yeah, that's a 6. I don't want that. I guess we're only getting 10 armor. But that is a lot. The damage. That's kind of good. We'll put that in there. I'll roll the 2 because I can't use that, and roll that once more. We get a 5 and a 3. I will put this in here then, just because it does kind of count. But it's 11. That did gain power from that though, didn't it? Yeah. No. That was this thing it got power from. Okay, cool. Didn't actually matter about the power gain. So, put the 3 in there first. Because we also gain the Fury. It takes 10, which is still not enough, but I can do that. Roll. A 1 is not enough. Because that is only 2 damage. A 5 is fine. There we go. I was thinking, like, I can probably get something odd. Right. Okay. Ooh, Overchill. Ooh, Plunge. Very good as well. Trickle in my poison build. Now we're going Fury, so I think Trickle isn't really the thing we want. And having lots of armor is kind of better for me. So I'm going to take the Plunge here. And put that in there. I think the delay block shenanigans with this is going to be so good. You know? So, like, I could, like, trigger this and gain, like, 8 armor and stuff, and then, like, put 5s in there, because I think that's always a good idea. Another 5. Now, do we just do 8 to both of them? Because that will help us get rid of stuff. Yes, we do that, because we already got this. We're getting the bonus from this anyway, and then we get 14 next turn. Just do this straight away. Put that in there for the armor gain. Put this over. I think then we just do this to get a bit of a safety net. Gain the armor from that. We get our delay block for the next turn. Put that in there for some more armor and do 12 damage twice. Man, Multi-Jet, you are doing wonders this run. How is this going to go wrong? Ooh, Crushing Wave. Crushing Wave. The only problem with Crushing Wave I have is the fact that it's bad on single targets. I'm gonna take it because if I've got like boss fights like this, it's the same thing anyway. It makes a difference, but like 3 things, I probably need to start hitting them across the board, right? Ooh, Poison Barrier. Nah, we don't need that. Like, even poison builds and stuff. I'll take it because it's sellable, but I don't think it fits in the build just for now anyway, unless we kind of go into there. So Plunge is probably what like in. Crushing Wave is a replacement. I guess these two are probably kind of iffy on. This is probably out now. Ice Sphere is out also. Let's just see how this goes with this boss battle. Remember, this does give me 12 Fury if I don't take damage. So that's where I'm probably going to save it for, is that particular turn, because that's going to be huge. 5 Delightful. That's 4. So I can put this in here. Oh, that doubles. Oh, it doubles it then? Already blocked. I want to test something out here. So, will this double the effect of the delay block? Is my question. Being applied again. So do I get doubling for doubling's sake? No. But it does apply it like when I use the Glaciate. So that's kind of interesting. Right? When I use the Glaciate, it gets applied instantly. And then we do this. I mean, he's only doing 14. I can actually get 12 now, actually. So that's a good idea. We're up to 27. He's just gaining power, so that's fine. Do this. Get the trigger. Do we have it stacked? Ah, whatever. Then put that in there. That goes in there. Get the rerolls. We get another 5, so that goes in there. I have 75. 75 damage. Yeah. Just for some reason, I think I'm good, you know? For some reason, I think Multi-Jet, you are doing wonders. Who would have thought this would be the way that I'd be going around it? Who would have thought? Okay. If we're going a poison build, this is kind of like the payoff card with the Fury and everything else. Again, like we could go defensive with Poison Barrier and use this to remove that and then deal 5 damage with a poison detonation on repeat. So that's kind of interesting. What rewards we got from here? I don't have countdown effects except for this. That's not that great. Applying more of this in general could be interesting. Right? Because it just means my defense gets, like, really good value. Oh, that Ether Crest is so tempting. It really mucks up that first turn sometimes, but like, it's going to make everything so much better if we do end up going this build as well. I'm going to do it. I am going to do it. Chill, quit your gun. This is probably the weirdest pivot I'll ever make, but I feel like I can make this build work, so I'm going to attempt it. Even if I lose, I think I'm making the right decision here. Yeah, because even like lowering the attack by 10 on this is absolutely fine. I don't really care about battle rewards anymore. I don't think I'm going to get anything decent anyway. And lowering my attack after I attack once is pretty much all I'm looking to do, is just deal damage once a turn anyway, and keeping up my defense. So yeah, we'll take that. And that way I can then get like 80 gold to go straight into this shop with. And yeah, we want to go into the shop. So we may go this route as well. Is Submerge better? Not really, because I can't guarantee 3s is the problem on that, right? And then it doesn't do anything else. So we'll take this potion because we have to. Energize. That works the build, kind of, but not immediately, so extra barrier, which does get converted, countdown, or extra die value. I'm just going to take the barrier here. The consistency having this and this trigger every turn would be kind of nice also. So Crushing Wave is gone. We're getting rid of Ice Spear. I think plunge is gone as well, just the way this mechanic works. I'm getting rid of those stuff just because I want them kind of like no longer in the pool for what I'm trying to do. Right? And I guess we'll take this potion now while we've got the opportunity to. I could have gone for 5 max life, but I'm going to save my money just in case I do have another shop ahead of me, which I kind of do. I'm not going to go for the fight, I'm going to go for the event to see if we can get something cool with our gold. Gain ETH Record, we don't care about it. The gain a rune for the dice destruction is kind of fine, but we're already low on dice, so upgrade a spell. That upgraded really nicely, actually. Oh, that glaciate. Okay. I can't trigger this, it's pointless. And we got terrible rolls. Absolutely terrible. So we'll do that immediately. We're going to roll lots of dice of presence of mind and pass turn. We've got a good amount of block though coming in. Lots of die and stuff like that. Do we just deal the 5 damage? No. It's a waste of armor because we're not going to gain very much. Roll the 2 then, get a 5. Another 5, so put that 5 in there. Guess this 3 can go in here? No. Give me a 4, there we go. Put that and that in there, and then trigger this. That's so good. And now... now we're pod racing. I'm gonna roll that again. Like a 3 or something is better, because I can do this. That goes in there. Put that in there for the trigger and do 21 damage to both front and back end. The cool thing is with the Encase Azor, I always get the double effect from it anyway. I gotta do this. Okay, 3 5s, so... could do damage there, or we just do this. Save our thing, get as much defense as we can. This is working out really cool, like... like, genuinely, I wouldn't have thought I could pull something like this off, right? And then that goes in there. That goes in there, and then we just take the back one out. And I still get 11 for next turn. We reroll one of those. Trigger this again. That and that can go in there. I need to reroll. Trigger this for a lot more block. So I am fully blocked. I gotta roll the Fluctuate. It's a 1, terrible. Put that in there again. Trigger this for the kill on those. Put this and that in there for as much block as I can get. Man, if I just get like one more die, I think this game is just straight away over. I made that look easy. I made that look easy. Man, and this is what I mean when it's like sometimes I just come up with the dumbest runs possible. We take the Soul Stone because we might as well at this point. The times 2 is irrelevant. Reroll all die is not great. Reroll evens is going to be terrible for me for the build and stuff anyway. I think we do this. We'll put in Poison Barrier for now, because, like, it is somewhat still useful. Lose attack, lose that. Dice limit to 6. But I get to choose and gain a rune. What rune would I want that would limit my dice to 6 being a good idea? So I get 2, plus the save. Like, 6 die is probably enough. auto cast. So this auto casts every turn, or this auto casts every turn. What is better? Or -2 from something to cause it to repeat, which I can't do any except fluctuate. I think the auto cast is what I want. Like, getting on this is so good. The fact that this would auto cast every turn, I think, because I don't need to worry about it now. It just does it, and then I can worry about the rest of the things. Like, the same thing could be said about other stuff as well, so I don't really know. Damage, and flipping dice. I don't think I care about all that stuff. I'm gonna roll so you get something pretty good. Minus countdown. Don't really care. Unblock damage. I'm just gonna take the weakness to get that start turn, like, spot on. I'll go into the shop still anyway, because, like, anything could be still pretty useful. Malice Core would be interesting. Replenish could be another thing we could pick up. But with what we currently have, like, I don't think we need to. Because I get Poison Detonation in, then what we just take something out from the defensive option. And that's kind of bad. I think we just take the regen potion to, like, help us kind of stabilize. And with these two, like, we're probably going to take them both out at the same time anyway, so I think we're looking good. Ooh, this is a terrible fight. Yeah, so that triggering straight away is kind of good, right? I can't actually cast that either, so that's going to be terrible. So I can do this. And start giving everyone poison. 1, no, 3. Get the 10. And then do this. That gives me 14 armor for next turn, and they all start getting poison. I've got 24. Gain poison again. That's a 5, so we can do this to gain even more. And now I have a 5 to use immediately. Which gets me the kill on the front guy. Do this. And then what, we just do this for the defense. We'll do this for the defense. That gives them... do this, because we actually then gain like 10 back. It's weird how this is affecting it, right? Use the fluctuate, yep. Roll that again. That's a 3, put that in there, I guess. Save myself the trouble by killing the back end as well. It will limit with the poison and stuff. It's actually working out really well. Like, a lot better than I thought it would. And then if I, like, save it up, like, the poison detonation in the back end, like, it's gonna be so good. I really want this potion. We don't need this anymore because we're past this round, so yeah, we'll take that. Use this, create the key, that's all fine. I want the Soulstone in this fight. The issue is, I think that would be completely a waste of time. Is the poison detonation better to go in here? It's too... it might be too of an issue. I think just getting some damage down might be better. But, like, after a certain level, like, I'm gonna one-shot them with this and the Fury. So I think we swap this over now. But I'm gonna keep multi-jet around. And we're gonna see how this goes on this. Because we don't then target them together. We target them individually. Like, this could be the fight to do it, but I feel like it's a bit of a problem for me to try. Roll. Roll again. Roll again. Bit of 6, fine. Put that in there. And then put the 4 in here. The other thing is, like, the barrier's also helping out by giving me extra block and stuff, so... And then roll. 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 Okay, we only got that, so... this and this, and put the 3 in here for the extra defense. Okay, finally, something decent. And a 4. Set that up. Can we just do that again? Let's have like one really big turn. Both the same. Put that down. The real question is will I ever roll a 5 at any point during this game? Will it happen? I generally take damage here. Any point I roll a 5, this game is practically done. But it is just not happening. Burn me twice over, that's great. Oh, finally, I do roll a 5. Thanks, game. We're just gonna kill you? And end the turn. And I guess that guy's... oh, that guy almost is gone. Okay. So not quite the amazing thing I thought we were going to have. So we got the 10 there. Put that in there. I take 1 damage. And we apply more poison. Now we're good. Poison detonation is so good. Oh, that's... That is pretty much just the win by itself without any extras on top. Because that just means consistently I can use this as well. Once we get here, I have to go for an extra dice. Unfortunately. And we're not taking the ignite. Should we take the sap? The sap will get counteracted anyway, so we'll take that. And then put this in. So, just for consistency's sake, we're going to swap out the poison barrier for the tidal Holbrook now. Because if I can cast this on repeat, we're going to be good anyway. Right? I just generally don't need to worry about it at that point. Them gaining a critical sounds terrible. Ritual cast on Bumble. That, and that. Don't need a common spell or anything else. We'll just do that. I think we'll be fine. I do want to face at least 1 elite, if I can. And I want to be smart about it. Earth, air, water, fire. Earth could be interesting. Double power. I'm going to take it, and I'm not going to use it. Like, I don't really have the opportunity to use it, so... I like all of these, but I don't think they're usable. We're going to get rid of that immediately, because we don't need it. We're going to gain an artifact. Carl's memory helps out. The extra health could be interesting. If I kept the power. I think Carl's memory just helps out with the chip damage, doesn't it, over longer turns? Like, it's something that scales with what we're trying to do. This does give me the ability to make sure that I don't die, but this gives me some inevitability on the damage that I end up having. I like Carl's memory, but let's take the bowl. Just in case, you know. Now, I would like to take this, but I do need to be able to get this into the build so I can get to the stage 4. So we need to go and do this fight. So that's what we're going to do. That is what we're going to do. Roll this. We get the 6, so the 6 goes in there. We may not use it. We may use it. We never know. The 4 gives me really good defense, so I should do that immediately. The 5 I like to save, though, so... Do I get the 1? No, I don't, so I'll put that in there. Now, there's a lot of stuff. We get the 1, so we can do this immediately if we want to. I think we do this first, though. Just because of the triggers, and gain as much of that defense as I can. That got infected. Interesting. A 6, a 5, and a 5. A 4. Another 5. I could almost one-shot that. And a 6. I can't use a 6, put the 4 in there then. There we go. Ooh, a 1. There we go. In you go. Will we just kill this thing now? Will it kill it, though, is my question. Like, I don't think it will. Right? That goes in there. That's a 4. Get that up. Let's see. It does kill it. Interesting. I get 58 instantly. This is kind of fun. Roll this. Roll it again. It's a 1. That goes in there. That goes in there for the armor. Set this up to do 65 damage twice to you and you. Then we're left with these 2 guys. I get 68 thing. You're getting triggered. Man, that slime, the ooze didn't stand a chance. Okay, this is the far better option. This is the far better option. Okay, we got the problem with the fleeting presence guy. Okay, how are we going to figure this one out? Essentially, I need just to one-shot the guy, so let's just set ourselves up if we can. 2 1s don't do anything. That's a 6 and a 1, though. But we're never attacking with this anyway until we actually get a hit, so... 5, that goes in there then. We'll do that one there. We got a lot of armor. We put the 1 in here. No, we'll put the 1 in there because we still get to keep it. But remember, I can use that to hold dice to go into here as well. So there is some cool technical things about that. That 1 can be rerolled. We do get the 6, so we do this into that. Put the 5 and 5 in there. The depleting stuff doesn't matter. Gain the defense here. And we need to get like 100 and something, isn't it, on this, I think? That's a 3. We don't care about 3. We care about 6. That can go in there immediately. The 5 and that 5 can go there. That can go in there. We're at 34. We can just do the damage now. Oh, the 1 can go on that then. That can go in there. This goes in there for that. We then roll this for fun. That's a 5 I can't use, but I could just deal damage. We'll hold it. So if we win anyway next turn, it makes no difference what happens here. This is great fun. I'm loving it. Ooh, Tether Resort as well. Like, just give me everything I want. Okay, Soulstone is in. We're all good on that front. I'm just going to gain max life here. I don't think I need anything else. The ritual... Did we take the ritual thing? We did, so we don't really care about it unless we want to lose a dice. So anything here has to be pretty good, and Mana Flux kind of is pretty good. really. And we can work around it. Let's do this fight. Ooh, this might be a problem. Roll this immediately. Roll that. Roll it again. We do get a 5, so that goes in there. We'll do this to go in there. Put a 2 in there. And yeah, try and hopefully save ourselves from whatever's going to happen. Okay. Roll this one. We put a 1 in here. We've got 2 5s now. Roll this 2. Get a 6. That goes in there. That gives me 2 stacks or whatever. That goes in there for a amount of defense. Put that and that in there for defense, and we should be good. What do I get? Now that's 31. Is that enough to kill this guy? I do not think so. Right? 40. No. Because I got to hit the front guy and the back guy. So, yeah, we're kind of just dealing with that. Let's look at this and start trying to roll stuff. We do get the fumble for next turn. Roll the 2. We get a 3. Put it in there. Roll the 3. We do get a 1. The 6 I don't care about because I can't use, so we'll put that in there. And then this and this go in there, and we should get a good amount of block. Okay. That in there. Roll this. Get a 6. Don't care about the 6 right now. Another 4. That's pretty good. Put that in there then. We'll also put that in there. And I'll put this in there. And I take 31 damage. Man, that's a lot. So we'll use the regen potion. Is this guy that's taken the most? Like, I don't know if I can actually beat him unless I take the, like, hit them now. Because I don't know if I can get enough armor. But we should be able to this turn anyway, so... Was a bit worried, but I think we're on the other side of it now, right? Yeah, it gives me enough then to do the damage next turn if we need to. So we'll do this now. Get the 44. Do this immediately. It doesn't give me a kill though. That's a shame, that is. I feel betrayed. Hold on. Can't even do that. Let's roll this 1 then. We get a 3. We get a 5. That 5 and 5 go in there. Roll that again. We get a 4. This goes in there. That can give me more. Can't do any damage. Put it in there. Actually. 1, 2, 3. Apply it to you. 77 damage. Give me my HP. Give me my HP. Now, we heal here while we can, because that's max life. This is probably the worst one for it, so... This is where we probably change our strategy a little bit. I need the soul stone still. But poison detonation is probably the play instead. Or no, Tether Azure is in this one. Man, that's a weird thing to think about, that I'm literally changing out this because none of these are actually any good for the builds because of the fact that it's 3 minions. I told you I needed a hit all thing. I told you that foresight was amazing. And what's great is it also holds dice, so I don't actually need to worry about it too much. So, put that in there. That's a 3. That's a 4. Roll it. Another 4. So, like, I could just get more armor, which I should do, and then just use the Tether Azure. I could have got more armor instead, right? Okay, I need to do this first, because the way this is triggering. Don't roll the 1, roll this. That's a 4 rolled. That's a 1. That's a 2. So I guess we're doing this to put that and that in there. It is kind of funny that I get 36 just from doing that anyway. Okay, cool. So that goes in there. This still gets predicted every turn. That's annoying. And that got predicted. Man, like, I am rolling terribly, I will admit that, right? Another 4. Get this going. So we have that saved up. That's another 4. I guess we get 1 damage on everything, and then do that. Get the kills on those. That'll give me a good amount of armor for next turn. So basically now we should keep in a good cycle of having a good setup. Do that. Put that in there. Roll the 1 into a 2. Into a 1. Into a 6 that I cannot use. So you go in there. And then I guess do the damage. I don't think I use this. I think the fumble will really hurt me in a way that I'm not going to be happy about if it goes off. Gain 9, so that's still pretty good. That goes in there. I guess we use the predicted here. So I need to reroll to get like 6s and 4s and stuff. We can at least have a good run. Gotta do this. Okay, 4. Get that gone. Put that in there. Gotta use the Soul Stone. 58 Fury. Imagine if I could double that. Imagine if I could double that. Okay, I think this is a good layoff turn. Using that. So it's a turn that I can mess around with a little bit. A 1. So I'm going to get more Fury. Use this first. That and that go in there. Put that one in there, then roll. Put the 3 in there to deal the damage, so we get the kill on both of those. That way, technically, we get more damage next turn. I'm having fun. You guys having fun? This is fun, is it not fun? I hope it's fun for you, because it's fun for me. I take 4 damage. That's terrible. That actually is kind of bad. Yeah, finally they're not doing the thing they should be doing. I love that that gets, like, such good value. Tether Resort technically is going to be probably my final boss type thing to use as well, because I can't use anything else other than that. The 1. There's a 3. Put that in there. Hold the 1 in there then. Yeah, they do this damage, and I'm like, I don't know how to get out of that if I don't have enough damage to kill them already. So you kind of get like stuck in no man's land with it. That can go in there. Reroll this. Put the 5 in there. Just gain more armor, I think. Or do we do the damage? I think we just gain more armor. And just hope that I can get the kill next turn. Or at least like get more damage and stuff. I guess we're rolling the 6. We get a 4 to go in there. No. Gain that. That and that go in there. Then we deal damage with this. It's not quite, but it's enough to get the kill for the guys next turn, and then we're in a good spot. So that gets rid of both of those. Get the armor there. We don't really care about them having more power than us anymore. Roll that. This is a 3. That goes in there. As a win. The Soulstone Boy Key assembled. Are we going to do it, guys? Are we going to do it? This is going to be amazing. This is the weirdest build I've ever had, though. I will admit that. I will admit that. So, the multi-jet is... It kind of is and it isn't the thing I want. right? The problem is it's really good at doing single target, but I have to use it beforehand. The Tether Azor is really good at hitting multiple enemies, which is like the first boss anyway, because I have to hit like the two things. So I'm kind of thinking like, is multi-jet better than Tether Azor? Problem is Tether Azor is also the thing that helps me hold dice, so I'm kind of like, I probably should just go with that. Heal 15 is fine. What do we do here? Glacier's Heart. We'll lose that potion. I think losing the potion is fine here. I don't care about the potion. That is all good. Lose max life, lose 12 max life, and I can get a rune or gold. I got gold. I was hoping for the rune. The rune would have been cool if I got something pretty decent. I guess we bind everything, because the shard, and then we'll hold on to the shard for now, because it might be good, or it might not be. Enchanting Effigy. We don't really care about that. Those ones are terrible. I will just take the 15 damage, I think. And we have a shard for us. Oh yeah, I forgot. I can put Poison Barrier in now, actually. So I can do poison stuff. Not that I'll ever need it, I don't think. So this is a cool thing. It's like I can actually do this and hold on to 6s as well if we want. Right. That's pretty cool. Or do we just upgrade this to give me more immediate value? I think we do this. Like, having anyone go in there is going to be pretty good. Like 6s and stuff. Lose 2 spells. Pyromaniac. Technically, it doesn't matter. We only deal damage once per turn, so either one of those is pretty good. -2 countdown on a spell. That doesn't matter. This does, though, so put it on this Poison Barrier. Lose a spell. I can afford to lose multi-jet, I think, here, and the poison thing. Goodbye, multi-jet. You've done me well. You've done me well. But I think this is it. So let's go. This is going to be an interesting fight. Can I redeem myself is the question. Can I redeem myself? So immediately we're just going to massively try to finagle our way to glory. I need to make sure that I keep enough dice around anyway as well, and I do want to get the poison barrier on as quick as possible if we can. Roll this. I would have liked to trigger that, but I couldn't, so... 2 5s are pretty good though. We got a lot of sap though. That's an insane amount of sap we got. I guess we're rolling 1s here to try and get something else. Do damage? No. Get some poison. That's enough to delay block the next turn. We take 18 damage. Ooh. Man, they really do hate us, don't they? A 1. Cool. So that and that go in there. This and that go in there. Set that up on there. Just so we can actually start, like, counteracting the sap stuff. 5 and 5. Put the 3 in there. Just so we can start dealing damage if we need to. That's go in there to give me some defense. We're just dead. I'm just dead. Man, that was a... Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, I should have kept trying to cast a Glaciate. That's a shame. That was a really good run. I'm glad I tried it, though. But yeah, that was... Man, I get the most weirdest and interesting things overall, don't I? The fact that we got the Plagus, or Plagus, whatever you want to call this, like, this worked so well. It was kind of ridiculous in the way that it functioned with the build, but yeah. Bit of a shame, but hey, we learned something new and interesting, and there are ways to get this thing to really kind of pop off as such. Yeah. Now to leave it there, though. Again, if you do enjoy these videos, do leave a like, subscribe to see more, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.